Hi, welcome to my Minecraft tutorial. Today I'm going to explain secondary dominance in hopefully under 2 minutes. Alright, this is the key your piece is in. What they're telling you is you wrote your piece in the key of C, and we're going to be changing keys but only for one chord, and that one chord is your secondary dominant chord, okay? So it's technically not a key change or a modulation. Instead, we're still in this key. We just have one chord that's our secondary dominant chord. So that means that that chord is within another key. What key is it going to be in? Let's find out. So first we're going to identify the quality of each chord. We know that F sharp, A, C, E flat is going to be an F sharp diminished 7 chord, D, F, and B is a B diminished chord, etc. Find that out yourself. Then what we're going to do is we're going to find out what scale contains this specific chord, okay? We know that within our major scale, the 7th is always going to be a diminished chord. So if we have a G major scale, F sharp is going to be the 7th, and it's going to be an F sharp diminished chord. You can find that out for every single one of these keys. Quick little trick, we can just go up a half step from whatever the chord is, and that'll get us what key we're in, for example, if it's diminished, that is. So if we're in F sharp diminished, we go up a half step, we get G. If we're in B diminished, we go up a half step, we get C. That's just because the 7th is going to be the leading tone, aka half step away in our major scale from the tonic. Alright, once you find out the new scale that you're going to be wanting to go to, you're going to find out relatively the distance from this to our new scale, from our original to our new scale. So from C to G, that's a 5th, that's going to be our denominator. From E flat to G, if we write out our E flat scale, E flat F G, that's going to be our 3rd. If we go from B flat to G, B flat, C, D, E, F, G, that's going to be a 6th, okay? You're going to write them relative to our major scale, okay? Because these are major. So in our major scale, my 5th is going to be major, our 3rd is going to be minor, and our 6th is going to be minor. So that's how we're going to write them. That's what the denominator represents. What the numerator represents is within that new key, what degree is this? So we know that in G major, F sharp is the diminished 7th chord, so we're going to call it the diminished 7th chord. That same concept applies for the rest of these. I'll do one more example for the second one. DFB is going to be a B diminished chord. We know that half step above B is going to be C. Because it's a diminished chord, we know it's the 7th, and so we're in the key of C. To go from G to C, that's a 4th. And we know it's a diminished 7 chord, so that's how we get the top and that's how we get the bottom. For F, F to C is a 5th, and as always, B diminished is always going to be the 7th of our C major chord. So for all of these, the numerator is going to be the same across for all three of these, no matter what key you're starting in. The only difference of what key you're starting in is it's going to change the denominator, because the denominator is telling us the distance between our old key and our new key. And I hope that was helpful.